Hi guys, so today I'm doing a collab for you guys with Tina from TheFancyFaced, one of my very good friends here on YouTube. If you guys are interested in her look, make sure you check down below in the description box. I'll put her link right there. Make sure you subscribe and like her video and comment and let her know about her beautiful look. Okay, as you guys could see, we both did purple lips. The theme was a plum lip, and then we both did edgy eyes. So I really love how her look turned out, and I love how my look turned out. Make sure you check her out. If you guys want to see how I created my look, please keep on watching. Alright you guys, I'm going to start off with my new brow pencil that I got from Makeup Forever, actually just today. And this is their Pro Sculpting Brow Pencil that comes with a highlighter in the actual pencil. And the pencil is like shaped in an angled way, so you don't really need to sharpen it. It's always in that nice angular way, so this works really well with creating really nice crisp lines on your brows. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that for my brows. I'll list the shade that I'm using down below, but it's kind of like a dark taupey shade that I'm using for my brows, which gives them a very natural look. It doesn't give them too much of a warm brown look or a too cool brown look. It's like a nice combination of the two with the taupe color, so it looks very natural. Alright, so as you guys could see, I line the bottom and the top, and then I fill it in by doing small brush strokes. This part is completely optional. You do not have to fill in your brows if you're not into the brow fill thing. Alright, and then I'm using the other side of the pencil, which features a synthetic brow brush or spoolie. This is the kind of mascara brush, but they have one connected to the pencil which you can use to blend in the brow color. Now to clean up my brows, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Pro HD Concealer in the shade Fawn. Sorry about that. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean up my brows with this concealer. It's one of my favorite concealers from LA Girl. It's my favorite shade. I used to use Cool Tan, but yeah, that was a mistake. Never again. Okay, so just going to clean up my brows, and this will help them look a bit more defined and kind of give them that freshly waxed look. If you're not into the concealer, do not do it, okay? Make sure you do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'm actually going to use this shader brush from Makeup Addiction. This is from their new set in collaboration with Beauty by JJ. Alright, I'm going to use the shader brush since it's a bit stiff. I'm going to use it to blend out my concealer. Okay, and it will also help make it look a bit more natural instead of a chunk of concealer being under my brow. Alright, and I'm also going to use it to kind of shade in the front a bit, or kind of blur out that line in the front so it doesn't look so harsh. Then I'm going to go in with my Infallible Pro Matte Foundation from L'Oreal in the shade Soft Sable, and then I'm going to clean up the top part of my brow using that same shader brush. I just told you guys it's a bit stiff, so I'm just going to use it to clean up the top part of the brow. It can be used for eyeshadow, but it's like a combination between a concealer brush and a shadow brush. Now for controlling my brow hairs, I'm using this Control Freak Brow Gel from NYX, and I'm just going to apply that. Then I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in the shade Fawn again and apply this to my eye area. This will help cancel out the discoloration I have, and I'm blending that out using my new foundation brush from Makeup Addiction. As you guys can see, it helped cancel out the discoloration. Then I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Primer in the shade Nude and apply that to my lids and just blend that out again using that shader brush from Makeup Addiction. Then I'm going to start with my first palette. These are some new palettes that I actually picked up from Wet n Wild. They're the All Natural palettes, okay? Alright, the first palette I'm using is called Bare Necessities, and I'm using this blending brush from the new line of brushes from Makeup Addiction, and I'm just gonna apply that to my transition area. It's not gonna add much color, but just enough because the concentration of this look needs to be the liner and the lid and the lashes, okay? So now I'm gonna use this kind of dusty, kind of gold shade, almost like a rose gold, and apply that to the lid using this shadow brush, also from Makeup Addiction. This is from a previous line of brushes they had. Then I'm going to use this slightly lighter rose gold shade and apply this to the inner part of the lid area. I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and blend out my crease to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything looks nice and soft. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline gel liner, and this gel liner is actually pretty okay. I usually use the Wet n Wild wild one, and I lost mine, so I'm just gonna use this for now. The brush is from Coastal Scents. It comes in the large, I think it's 40-piece brush set. Alright, and I'm just gonna create my wing liner. It's been a while since I've used gel liner, so I'm kind of rusty, but we're just gonna work it out. Alright, if you messed up or your line is not as sharp as you would like, you can go in with some of your foundation or your concealer and clean that up to get it a bit sharper, as you guys can see that I'm doing. Then I'm going to go in with that shader brush and blend it out. Now to create my, I guess, inner cut crease liner, I don't know, cat eye liner, I'm gonna just drag a bit of that, just a little at a time, and take my time and bring it into my crease so we can create a type of graphic liner for this look. Alright, you guys, now using my favorite mascara from Wet n Wild. This is their Max Volume Mascara. I'm going to go ahead and apply some of that. Then I'm going to go in with the gold shade from the Bare Necessities palette and apply that to my brow bone area and highlight my brow bone so it can look, I guess, extra. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and blend out my transition area so that looks nice and smooth. And I'm also going to highlight my tear duct area using this kind of small crease fluffy brush, also from Makeup Addiction. I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline, and this is a gel liner pencil from LA Girl, and this one is in the shade Very Black, one of my favorite gel liners. Now using that same palette, I'm going to use the last shade, which is kind of like a smoky black gray shade, and I'm going to use this straight brush and apply that right underneath my lashes and smoke it out a bit. Then I'm going to go in with my mascara and apply 2 to 3 coats of that. For lashes, I'm using these Makeup Addiction lashes in the style Date Night, and I'm using these scissor tweezers. They're a little tool that I get from Walmart. You could get them in the nail section. They're only 99 cents, and I'm using that to apply my lashes. The glue I'm using is from Motives Cosmetics, okay? So once I have those on, I'm pretty much done with the look. I'm going to add just a bit more mascara to my bottom lashes so they can look a bit thicker, and that is it for the eyes. Now for the face, I'm using this True Color primer from Black Opal. This is a new thing that they came out with, and it's a foundation primer, which I usually don't use, but I really like this one. So far it hasn't broken me out, so really loving it. And I also like that it adds a bit of color to my skin. Now for foundation, I'm using my Black Opal Pore Perfecting Foundation in the shade Nutmeg. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and pat that onto my face using this stippling foundation brush from Makeup Addiction's new line of brushes. So definitely check them out on Instagram. I'll put their link down below so you guys could check out their site. Okay. Alright, you guys, now for color correcting, I am going to use this orange concealer from this NYX palette that I got from Ulta. It works pretty well, and I'm going to use this to help correct the discoloration around my mouth area. Then I'm going to go over that with some of my foundation shade and blend it out. For highlighting, I'm using my Pro HD Concealer from LA Girl in the shade Fawn, the same color that I use to highlight my brows or clean up my brows. And I'm just going to apply that in a triangular shape under my eye area. This part is also optional. If you're not into the highlight contour thing, you do not have to do it, okay? Just make sure you do whatever makes you feel comfortable, whatever you feel as though you can go outside with. Alright, you guys, so once I have that on, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful foundation brush from Makeup Forever. I got this, I think, last year. Gorgeous brush. And I'm just gonna go in and blend out all of that concealer. For setting, I'm using my Vanity neutral set powder. It is a white powder, but it is neutral. It's invisible. You will not be able to see this under the eye. A thing that I like about it a lot is it does not change the color of my concealer. So that's why it's probably one of my #1 setting powders. For contouring and warming up my face, I'm going to go ahead and use my L'Oreal Pro Matte powder in the shade Cocoa. I'm guessing you guys could tell that my face is already kind of contoured. Is because I used my summer foundation shade for this tutorial. It's a tiny bit darker, but I really liked it for this look because I needed that extra color to my face. So as you guys can see, I'm using this large contouring brush also for Makeup Addiction to add that contouring powder to my face. It's not specifically a contouring powder, but it's a pressed powder foundation, and I'm just going to use this to darken up my face and darken up my contour and bring the dimensions back to my face. Okay, once I have that done, I'm going to go in and sweep off all that extra neutral set powder. I don't know if you guys could tell, but it's really hard to see it, okay? But I'm still going to sweep off any excess that's under my eye using that blush brush. Now I'm going to use this precision contour brush also from Makeup Addiction, and I'm using my L'Oreal powder that I use to contour my face and just add the shape of my nose back into my face. And I'm squeezing the brush to kind of thin it out so that I can create a more precise shape to my nose. Then I'm going to go back in with that darker taupe brown shade and apply some of that under my lower lashes and smoke it out. Then I'm going to go in with that gold shade and reapply it to my tear duct area and also to my brow bones, just to make that color a bit more concentrated. Alright, for blush, I'm using my NARS blush in the shade Lovejoy. And I'm using that same brush that I used to sweep away my extra powder. It's a blush brush, so I'm just going to use that to apply it. For highlight, I'm using my Orgasmic loose powder highlight from Makeup Addiction and their highlighting brush from their last brush set that came out. And I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow area as well. And this is the little triangular shape right above the lips. For lipstick, this beautiful purple shade that I got from LA Girl. It's a flat finish pigment lip gloss. That's what they name it. It's called Stunner. It's a gorgeous color, you guys. It's absolutely beautiful. I was surprised by the quality and the color of this liquid lip gloss lipstick, you know, but I do like the fact that they didn't say it was a liquid lipstick and then try it on and then it's a total fail. But it's a liquid lipstick. It's beautiful. It reminds me of Belladonna. I don't know if you guys remember that old lip tar from OCC, but it's gorgeous. So I'm just gonna apply that to the lips. Another thing I love about it is that it came off really easily when I was ready to take off my makeups. Make sure you take your time when putting on liquid lipstick, you guys. Once it gets on your foundation, it can be a little difficult to fix it. So take your time, apply a little at a time, and then you can go in and clean it up if you like with some foundation or concealer, whatever it is that you like to use, okay? Alright, I'm also going to go in with some of my Vanity neutral set powder and apply this around my mouth area because I did not set it before. So I'm just going to go in with some of that and just set that area so it doesn't really move and it's nice and matte, and let this lip dry. And I'm also going to go ahead and fix my baby hairs that got messed up with the foundation brush. And that's pretty much it for this look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, okay? Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about it, if you have any future makeup requests. And check out my girl Tina from TheFancyFaced. This is her look again. Make sure you check down below in the description box for her link, and I'll see you all very soon. Love you guys. Bye. Let's